Here we are, back on the layout. There's a little pannier tank coming by. That's the station. Stopping at the signal. These Batman models are absolutely superb. I will put some real coal in the old tender though, and the bucket there like. But yeah, very very nice. I've still got to add the supports in here, and I might put a little tarpaulin over this one here. Otherwise, you know, they are lovely models, they really are. You know, Bachmann and even the old mainline make far ahead of Hornby at the time, and Lima and then other ones. So far ahead of the time. Just get down a bit closer here. You'll probably notice my station is actually very overpopulated, as you can probably imagine. But I don't like to see ghost towns or ghost stations or whatever. I just don't like to see it. So my models I like to put a lot of people on. Like in the factory down here, waiting to go to work. I've said before about the chimney here. I'm going to put a smoke generator in that, so I've left that loose at the moment. There's a little bike shed bit there. Coming down past the station here. All the little people. And going to and fro from the station. Hopefully now you can pick up the actual crackling I managed to achieve on the front of the platform there, give it more realism. And also my infamous water tower. Try and get down a bit more down here. As you can see there's lots of mud around here by the old farmer's lane down there. There's the poor soul there, trapped in his Land Rover. That reminds me, I really must put that dog in properly. You see him there, look. Having a lie down. Ruddy thing. As we come down a bit further, then people there are all ready to be glued into place for the farm area. Same as the scouts hut there. And there's my little Tom team area. These little bits of walling are from which I'll show you in a second, which is what I had left over. So I thought, well, make a bit of an old Roman fort. Bit different, something you don't see on a railway very often. So that walling was from over here. Give me a second, just come over the town. Down through the town we go. As you can see there, still got a few lots of bits of work to do. Oh, for any of the lads at KPEC Engineering, there's a little pallet truck I've just started doing. You see there, and inside here is the reason why. The little cutaway scene there with the old lift truck there and the people inside. Right, the walling, it's this one here all the way around. Looks superb, I think. That really does look good. As you can see from the water wheel there, absolutely looks the biz. And it's got some old twigs up here as well, some old twigs, some old trees and bits and bobs, put them into there like fallen trees. And then when I actually done the canal bit down here, I sprinkled some of it down here, make it look like it's a water course-way going down into there. A bit more realistic. As I said before, this is my first layout I've ever done, so it's not too bad. You know, I really have tried on this one. As I say, I've had no help with this. This is all my own work. You know, trial and error of trying to get it done. I'm not in no model club. Had a nasty experience on one or two of those where people thought, you know, being you didn't have these skills to join, it was ridiculous. I didn't want to know, so I thought, oh sod it, you know, go my own way, like. So that's what I did. It's a shame because I say a lot of people will be missing out on the hobby. It's just these old, you know, things nowadays where you think got the skills, you don't join our club. Well, how can you learn skills if you don't, you know, get taught them? It's crazy. But it's a stigma of modern railway, I suppose. It's a shame, but it's still there. This is the church I've got. It's a Metcalf. I'm going to put in a musical box in there soon. And down here, I've got something special. A little zombie invasion inside the graveyard. Something for a bit of a cameo. I'm going to have a couple of those around. little cameo scenes, not too silly, they doesn't just spoil the railway, but something for a bit of fun. Like down here, got the workmen working down here. There'll be 3 or 4 men sitting on barrels doing nothing, and one poor chap working, which is happens a lot nowadays, don't it? We've got the old crane down there. I've got to put the wires back on top properly. It's when I packed it, no wires were actually on it. Disgusting, really, but there you go. That's how you buy these things sometimes. Down here, I've started putting some more of the slabs in because it wasn't quite high enough, so I weren't happy with that. So put some more slabs in that side. And again, walking my way down here. This area here is going to be like a little work area here where they're digging up a transformer. Will be about here, where they're doing all the new lines from the road down there, and the piping running along the road. Hopefully you can see these buildings now on this side. Little terraced area. It's all based in Wales. Very roughly based in Wales, but it's so can use the Great Western. Or the wood area, trees area there. There will be a camera in here, in the signal box. I've got the hole there ready for it to be put in. It's one of those little spy cameras. Works a treat. Well, I've tried it on one of my very first videos just to try it out, and it worked really well. Looked really good. So I'll be keeping that idea. And as we go back through the station, oh, one little mention. Some people said they couldn't see the fish in one of the layouts. Well, here they are. Hopefully you can see them with this better camera now. There's the fish in the water. Right, back in a second with some more trains on the layout. Ta-da for now.